Hey, Study Mage, how you doing? Just setting up a little bit behind our plan. Me. Could be about that size. There. I'm doing well. Decided to stream early just to get it done out of the way, basically. I've got lots to do today, and this tournament's not going to go well, so. I mean, I could be pleasantly surprised. It could actually go really well. So that's all the normal towers. There is one more tower to sort out. Unfortunately, yes. The problem right now, that is the wrong thing. Let's not have it go. This is the one I wanted. The baby tower that only viewers can say what it does. But yeah, so like the biggest problem eHP has now is we cannot kill OC, so OC kills us, like endgame. So there's literally nothing I can do once my nuke and my second wind's gone. My hair is a mess. Hang on. Yeah, there's like literally nothing we can do, so it's a bit naff, to put it simply. That's a bit better. Still not great. I'm gonna need to brush my hair, but oh, my chair is messed up. See, the commanders in general aren't so bad. It is just the OC. Like we literally have no way to deal with them. But then the commanders are still a problem because they stay there until like you die. It's not as if there's no issue with them. So we basically have two problems, but there's no way to kill them with eHP. That's the problem. Attack chip doesn't hit fleets, so we have no way to deal with fleets. So what I'm thinking is I've only got really one option. I'm going to do my new build. And that option is to go into damage, which sucks, but like the only way to truly get the proper amount of like the proper way to deal with fleets. Hey Gail, yeah, I'm streaming a bit early today. Just figured why not, basically. I mean, we've got a huge win of we don't have to turn off intro sprint anymore for eHP, so that's great, but it's just removing thorns killing OCs is brutal. Like, I usually farm 7,000 runs. I died 2,400, 2,000. Like, that shouldn't be a thing. 5,000 waves. That's the thing, that's damage, that's not eHP. So that's my problem. eHP is no longer viable endgame. Like, yeah, I managed to get 239 waves and 245 waves in tier 20, so I'm still somewhat successful, but I shouldn't be dying 2,400 waves on tier 16. Brutal. And the reason that happens is because intro sprint finishes at 1,800 waves, so then you use your second wind, and then hey Flipstar, I appreciate that, and then you go to getting another one in 200 waves, and you don't have the second wind there because if you're playing AFK farming, you're not at your screen to use your nuke. You just get killed at 2,000 waves rather than surviving to 7,000. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, I just, to me, it looks like we're gonna have to, rather than I'm still gonna push into my econ, but once I'm done with my econ, I'm gonna go with the only ultimate weapon that makes sense for damage to still be an eHP build, in my opinion, and that's going to be Death Wave because it does a kill wall. It's still a wall, and it's technically health because the wall has an amount of enemy health that it can soak up before the enemies get through and hurt you. So in theory, Death Wave damage is still eHP, in my opinion. That can be argued, don't get me wrong, but I feel like that's the only ultimate weapon that I will accept as an eHP build doing damage. But I'm going to work on my econ first. So I've made a few changes, and hopefully they will make a difference, but there's no guarantee. So, way skip, intro sprint. Not intro sprint. Free up and cash, anyway. Right. Yeah, I'm currently saving up for Golden Combo, next level. Lovely, expensive level 9. My last farming run's 5.9Q, not too bad. So we best spend our enhancements. So here, 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 and then we save. And then just double check. Working on a few different theories right now. Oh, before we go in, do we have with 8 shy? I need inland mine kills or smart missile kills, or just run the tournament and claim it. Thing is, this tournament's brutal for eHP anyway. We've got Thorn Resistance, and then we've got Boss Ultimate, Basic Ultimate, and Fast Ultimate. So bosses are harder to kill, more bosses, and fast, and then fasts are being flung at our tower. That's a good idea. I mean, I was tempted. So my wife's away on a business trip, so I could stream for 2 days. That's not advisable, but I could do a longer stream today and like kind of have a bit more focus on the viewer tower, which is just sitting doing nothing. I'm going to rename it now, actually. Oh, I didn't rename it. I have to reopen it. Let's put that onto the German one. And then there we go. Showing it properly now. Viewer tower. I've not finished changing everything over. That would have been disastrous. So definitely, this is my new build idea. It should, in theory, work because I'm going down the path of weirdness. Hello, Berta Squirrel. How are you doing? Squill. Sorry, Square. I don't know what a square is. I made up a word there. I'm doing well. How are you doing? We're gonna do a couple of tournament ideas because we have the ability to now, because we can rush. I want to save for bot duration. That's the most important thing for me right now. And then I need to change. That is fine. YouTube requires the other part for uniqueness. Yeah, that's fair. Right, so I feel like I've forgotten something on my build. Where's my phone? Forgot I was messing around with some programming, so my phone's just got, like, where I usually check what I've got is just a bunch of programming. So Poison Swamp's done a turn down, cards have changed, modules have changed, Guardian I just changed, didn't I? No, I spoke in chat rather than changing. And then Shockwave size, and then I have to turn Golden Tower off when I first start. And then just 5 short there. Right, yeah, let's... we'll end this run because it will go up. Try again. Let's end this run because it'll go on forever. Right, so all 3 of these are ready to go into bombardment, so we'll see how this goes. Obviously, my glass cannon is already running because that takes forever. So hopefully I get a nice bracket on my Legend League, but I really doubt it. I'm probably not even going to get keys. I'd be very surprised if I do, just because how brutal it is, quite simply. So I want to go over here, Golden Tower off. I just upgraded damage on my AI tower. Disgusting. Oh my god, no. Stop the game. I just realised something I've done, and I did it in my last farming run. I didn't realise. That would have been disastrous if I didn't pay attention. I almost didn't have Flamebot on at all. That's interesting, though. So I got 7,100 waves without Flamebot turned on. Makes me question, was it worth having Flamebot? Yeah, we'll do one run with this style. I am tempted to put the game speed down. In fact, yeah, we'll wait until a second wind, and that's when I'll do it. Not going to be able to take the cards off at all, to be fair, I don't think. be fair, I'd only be putting on Death Ray, which doesn't really do anything to the problematic enemies. But yeah, it is huge, the fact that I'm getting my Death Wave bonus with Interest Win. It means I can do multiple tournaments. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did say that I was gonna get this, because this should give me, yes, 20 medals. Perfect. And then we want to spend said 20 medals on an extra bonus. That's the thing. eHP got some solid changes. It's just fleets. We have no way to deal with fleets eHP now. I'm hoping they will look into that and fix that in their next update. I can kind of understand why they changed Thorns the way they did, but I disagree. Like, if attack ship at least could finish them off, that would be fine. But the fact that you're required to go into damage to be able to finish them off really bugs me. Like I said before, though, at least my glass cannon is going to be doing well, because I'm planning on going into Poison Swamp for its ultimate weapon. Yeah, I mean, my viewer tower is just sat there not doing anything. So if anyone wants me to actually do anything on my viewer tower, it's the one in the top right that's getting covered up by chat. I need to figure out a way to get it on my screen properly. Hey, Tower First, how are you doing? Oh, yeah, still haven't linked the viewer tower. Well, you see, it's supposed to target fleets, or there's nothing that says that it doesn't, but it doesn't. Like, not in here, is it? It's. I wish there was like a place where you could go where all your upgrades were in one like long bit. Like you could just click through bots, guardian, cards. If it was just all in one drop down area, that would be awesome. But yeah, so attack. Yeah, you need to hold it. Our guardian attacks enemies with the most missing health, dealing a percentage of their lost health. But it doesn't say that it can't like fleets, but it doesn't. So because there's no way to deal with fleets, eHP is like up huge up to when you unlock fleets. But as soon as you unlock fleets, it's gonna be, yeah. But the thing is, right? It's just the most damaged enemies that are targeted. The fleet will come underneath that, right? Because if you think about it, it or should come under that, but they don't. Sorry to clarify, because it's currently targeting 8 enemies every 30 seconds. So the fleets sit around for like 30 plus waves, like at normal wave speed, getting hit by electrons. Especially with the OC, it's getting hit by thorns, which is another electron, basically. The thing is, I have the smart auto for because I have demon mode 1. It doesn't do anything against the fleets. Like, you're still screwed with that. The nuke one could potentially be useful. The downside to the nuke one is it does it once you've got nothing left. It's the last thing to activate. So if your wall's already gone, you may be dying anyway. It's probably not going to give you anything else. And that's the biggest issue. Like, and let's say you're doing tier 20, for example. You're getting fleets every 10 waves. The smart autos, it's 300 waves, 400 waves for second wind, 300 waves again for demon mode, but there's demon mode, the only way to use that to kill fleets is using the chain lightning. It's not really a bug, but it's an exploit in my opinion. Yeah, second wind should be 300 like everything else, in my opinion. But what they need to do is let attack chip hit fleets, because currently it does not. The fact that I'm hitting 8 enemies every 30 seconds, when the fleet gets to like the fact that it's going down to like next to no damage from the amount of percentage damage that I affect it with, it should be getting hit by attack chip, but it's not. Like in my opinion, there's no way that it is hitting fleets. I could be wrong. They may be able to hit fleets, but I have not seen it, and my attack chip is quite high level. So unfortunately, to deal with fleets, you need, especially with commanders, it's kind of, as long as you've got enough regen and everything, you can kind of deal with it. It's not so much of an issue. The biggest problem for eHP now is actually OC, ironically, because it just sits there and heats up until it can do enough damage to kill you. Full stop. Because you can't kill it unless you put damage in. So no matter how strong your wall is, the OC is going to break it eventually. How do you mean increase the OC speed? You don't see them move. They literally just come into the tower range and then stop moving full stop. Same with Commander. Like they used to. They used to just stop further out, so they just come into range and then stop. That's how they should be. That's the thing. Like I'm able to survive them on tier 16 because my second win comes back before like the next one, next fleet. So I've always got a second win, so at least I can farm tier 16. But there's no way I can farm anything above tier 16 unless I go into a damage build. Sucks. So unfortunately, it looks like I will be going damage. However, I'm not going to go to damage build until I've maxed my econ. So there's a lot of stones to spend into econ. So I will be sticking to eHP for now, but I'm aware I'm not unlocking tier 21, 22, 23, 24 for ages, and that's going to detriment me. Oh, it takes like 70 hits to destroy you, yeah. But the thing is, like 70 hits from it isn't really that long. And that's the problem. Like, I feel like I get they were trying to make fleets more of an issue, but I don't feel like they executed it right. It's more of an issue for eHP, but for glass cannon, they've made them easier to deal with because they've come in range. I mean, I could be wrong. I don't have a glass cannon that fights fleets, so I'm not sure. Now I've got an OC coming here for the first one, so I know guaranteed that it's going to kill me no matter what. But at least I've still got second wind. Usually I would use nuke at this point, but I'm just going to intro sprint all the way through. Just see how we go. Yeah. But at least my second wind's going to kill both the OC and the commander. I'm actually impressed. I didn't expect to get to 950. because we are on fast ultimates. My second wind really doesn't feel like the regen's any quicker. I mean, obviously it is quicker, it just doesn't feel like it's moving that much. In fact, it went down there. Yeah. How am I about to die almost instantly after second? Oh, right. Hello, OC. You put them at last priority-wise, so that you don't get hit as much. How does that work? How does not hitting them stop you from getting hit? I was expecting your avatar to be played. I want to bring more excitement into this room. Apologies. It's there. I'm just kind of focusing on my main tower a little bit too much. Right, so I've got 136 to spend, but spend absolute is what everyone wants to spend. Right, so I need to pay attention to when I need to nuke on here, but I think it's about time for me to nuke anyway. We'll do a run. What should we spend into in run on the baby tower? I'll pause it for now until someone tells me what I should be investing in run. Because it's based on hitting you, I'm going to nuke now. It's a little bit early, but I just want to make sure that there's not something annihilating my tower. Damage and defense abs. Okay. So, abs or damage. I'm going to put one in damage now just to make sure it's above the enemy. No. My AI tower's done, so I'm just going to put that into another farming run. I won't worry about upgrading things. Dabs. I mean, I'm not going to complain with this one. Sorry. So, because it's based on you hitting them, it's returning shot, but bounce is not. Don't count. Otherwise, glass cannon would insta die. Cash build the viewer tower. Right. I think they're actually quite high priority on mine, aren't they? I'll move them down, but I don't think it's going to do anything for my eHP. In fact, fast should have been my priority. Range don't matter this time. I really should sort out my priorities. Range, go down below elite. Tanks don't matter. Oop, I need to upgrade the damage. So I'm actually surprised my main tower is still going. I thought it would have died. That's the thing. I feel like unless I change my build from now on, my tournaments are basically going to cap out like 1,000 waves, basically. I'll be lucky to get past that. Which is annoying, because it's not what I wanted to do. Oh yeah, and like the damage reduction has the potential to be absolutely insane. I mean, that's why I'm pushing into my bot, but it means nothing against OC. That's the biggest problem. Like, you literally could have 20 billion times less damage taken, and OC will still kill you because you have no way of stopping it from attacking you. Right, it was the boss last time that wrote us off, wasn't it? Because, yeah, you just don't target the boss. I'm going to up my damage, though. Might somehow help. At least, I mean, I got one hit on the boss. They've still got enough, like, defense absolute, so I feel like increasing my damage. If I can get rid of the boss, if I can get rid of the boss, then I'll be able to get rid of the ranged enemy, but unfortunately. Right, so what should we spend our coins on the viewer tower? I know. You should be able to see a OC come in and be like, "Excuse me, sir, no thank you," and then they leave. But no. Yeah, I mean, commanders aren't really so much of a problem. I mean, once you get 4 or 5 on the screen, they are an issue, but they're not as much of an issue as they used to be. It's just OCs are... See, thing is, commanders, you used to be able to potentially deal with them if you could tank for like 30, 40 waves. OC, it doesn't matter. You are going to die to them. In theory, you could do the chain lightning trick. That would still work. As I said, I just don't like doing it. Health, defense, health regen, cash bonus, damage. You don't have an ultimate weapon yet. In late game, and now saying eHP is dead. How about for me when I'm almost a year playing free to play? Should I stop investing in eHP now or what? So as I said, it's not that eHP is dead per se. It's up huge before you get to fleets. I think eHP is the best way to go, in my opinion, until you get to fleets because of the amount of upgrades that we have got to it. But once you get to fleets, you are going to need damage, full stop. If you want to progress in any meaning, like any, like, I don't think of the correct term. At any sensible speed of progress, you will want to go damage once you hit fleets. Other people will say you want to go damage earlier than that, but I feel like with the extra things that we've got for eHP lately, you can push up to getting fleets. Yeah, so tier 11, 12, that's where people say usually to start going for damage. isn't a bad choice while you play it. Eventually, you have, if you do go casting, it will help. Yeah. So defabs on my viewer tower. I need to find a better place for my viewer tower. Oh, in fact, hang on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just cover up my logo. Oh my god, how slow is this chat moving? And oh, it's moving by itself now. I can't actually move anything. I just tried to drag it and it went weird. Oops, that's the logo. And I grab this and move. There we go. There we go. That way the tower is more visible. Hey Mash, how you doing? Right, I need to catch up on what everyone just said. Apologies. Right, so... Oh, nice. And claim a load of missions. Oh. Is that enough? We can go up into defense hubs again, so that's what we'll do. Right. We'll switch to T12 permanently if I get max utility this run. Yeah, that's fair. Is eHP done? Is a reduction in thorns that bad for eHP? So the biggest problem is OCs cannot be killed anymore with eHP. Full stop. That's going to sit there until my tower is dead. Like, there is nothing I can do about it. It is going to sit there until my tower is dead. Full stop. I have to put in some damage at least to be able to get rid of OCs. And that means it's no longer really eHP. Damage and defense abs in my run again. Okay. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm gonna do it different to the way that, because I usually just like what you click in and then I'll click it in myself. I feel like I'm going over my defense abs. I should be focusing more on my damage. Just for the fact that when the boss comes in, I'm not doing enough damage to it when I do get to hit it. So I'm gonna make sure my dabs is high enough to cover the damage that comes in, but push my damage higher. For me, it's a swap around. I don't like it being unkillable, but at least it's not like two fleets that screw me. Farm runs don't have ultimate comments. Yeah, I mean, farming runs, I've had a few odd situations with my farming runs, but generally farming runs are unaffected. So I just saw that I'm at 7th, but that's probably going to change. If we go into my history. So I had 2 runs where I was away. I got killed by a fast air apparently, but I got killed by an overcharge on wave 2000. How did I get killed by a fast when I should have had perma blackout? Oh, okay. Something went weird on one of them, but the other one, it was just the OC just screwed. So the tourney's going better than I expected. I mean, I'm going to die now at some point because of this fecker. I'm surprised I'm not already dead. He's taking a moment to cook me. I guess he is taking a lot longer to cook me because fleets are no longer as high priority. I think that might have helped. Not being able to kill fleets. Oh, yeah, I forgot it's trash bag. How you doing, trash bag? Anyway, is really bad. If they made it like 50% remaining, then it might be manageable. Yeah. I can lab eHP and wave workshop plus eHP, but should I skip eHP masteries? Possibly. It might be worth just going into damage masteries, because at the point that you're at masteries, a lot of people go damage anyway. Like, that is kind of the turning point. Use away to help with the thorns item. I mean, I am using away, and that, I mean, thorns have basically just become an extra level of OA, so the problem is there's still nothing to do that final blow. It's just impossible to go pure HP now. I hate we're losing player expression. That's the thing. Pure EHP is dead unless people let me argue the fact that EHP, or sorry, kill wall on Death Wave is technically still EHP because it's a pool of health. So the enemies have to hit it, take it down to get to me. So technically it's a wall. So that's defense. That's the only way I can see that I can make EHP viable. If people live the lie with me that kill wall is EHP. Also, has anyone tested if the Fleet Thorn is just like an Electron or West? It is exactly Electron. The wording is a little vague since they changed the effectiveness. So yeah, it's not that it's vague at all. Oh, I managed to kill the boss. Nice. So going more damage and a little bit less into the dabs worked well. Yeah, ranked 8th currently. 1147. Probably gonna get knocked down a bit more. So wait a moment. I'll figure out what we're doing. Anyone that I recognize the name of? I haven't actually looked through yet. I don't think I recognize anyone actually. Sorry, I spoke really weird later. At least we've got no sleepers. Yeah, so they changed it to 10 to 15, but they completely changed it to being an Electron at 15%. With 100% Thorns and 20% Wall Thorns, would that mean 3% remaining health? It's not remaining health, that's the problem. It's... Well, yeah, it's... Yeah, technically it's 3% of the remaining health, but it can never do that last hit. All of that would be 100. 20% of 100 is 20, and then yes, a 3%. Yeah. I did EHP purely be constrained on purpose. It's how I enjoy myself playing the game. Well, that's the thing. I really enjoy like the whole EHP style gameplay. That's why my main tower has been EHP full stop. But now I feel like it's hit a wall. I've never felt that way beforehand, which really sucks. Like, I always thought there's so much more for me to get EHP before I have to go hybrid. But now I can't deal with fleets without going to damage. I feel like I've got no option other than to start pushing damage. So I need to decide. I want to try and do another run, see if I can get any further, but I don't know if I will because it's the fleets that are stopping me from getting any further. Anyway, so could you make it so Flamebot would be strong enough to kill off the OC? That way you could still feel EHP. I mean, Flamebot's not a very... I mean... I see what you're saying. You're not adding any extra features. You're just upping the Flamebot damage. But that scaling, I still don't think it would keep up. I'd still have to push into upgrading damage labs and things to get my damage to scale high enough for Flamebot to deal with it. But it is a point. It gives us multiple ways to handle the fleets. See, I feel like that's a lie trash bag though. It gave Glass Cannon multiple ways to deal with fleets. It took away eHP's ability to deal with fleets. They should have at least gone, okay, we're changing Thorns because we don't want Thorns to kill fleets. So here, oh, really, that's hidden on my screen. So therefore, we are going to change it so you have like attack chip, or you have labs that can help reduce the damage that your wall takes, or something. Just something to offset the fact that we can no longer kill the fleets with eHP. I don't know. Wildfire. I mean, I'm nowhere near unlocking Wildfire, but maybe that's an idea. What's Wildfire do again? Isn't it? What? I'm just gonna have to Google it. Actually, it's not on there. The Flamebot Plus. Things being made. When inflamed, in addition to burned, receiving X extra damage. Duration of the damage amplification depends on Flamebot damage. So that means it's just a buff to damage from other things. So enemies hit by Flamebot become inflamed in addition to burned, receiving 1.5 times extra damage. Duration of the damage amplification depends on current Flamebot damage. Maybe Flamebot might be a way to go, and it is still part of the build, I guess. It won't look like it, but I'm not sure if it's enough. Interesting idea. Apologies. Deathwave could become meta. It didn't give people more ways to kill, it just reshuffled existing methods. So yeah, I see that. Deathwave is an option with it coming into range, at least. Trying to catch up on chat, apologies. I need to change it off top chat as well. I'll go into live chat once I've caught up action. I didn't give... I read that bit. YouTube cutting me off. Deathwave damage lab, I think, is still eHP. I feel so as well. I have actually considered uninstalling if I can't pick. That's the thing. I think a lot of people are going to be turned off by this update. Like, the fact that eHP has become unviable. Like, I'm lucky to have got how high I got in that run there. Like, I'm probably not going to stay 8th. If I'm 8th, like, damn, that's impressive. But nowhere, like, yeah, I mean, tier 22, there's no chance. Did I just get a soft bracket here? That's what I'm wondering. I mean, they're tier 21, they should be able to overtake me. Making all 3 fleet types have to come into tower range did increase ways to kill fleets. Made it so to where I don't need to collect other enemies for bounce and chain lightning. Yeah, for glass cannon it's helped, but does armor stripping help against OC? Not really, unless it's armored. I guess there's that armor battle condition. Beforehand, you could still push commanders to thorns to kill them. Yeah, that's the thing. You can no longer do anything. Hey, Hexen, how you doing? Yeah, that's the thing. The thorns is what was actually. I didn't realize until this update how much thorns was helping out. What's so hard about changing styles is that unless you have ancestral for all types, you're limited to the short term for swap. Even if I changed over into another ancestral right now, like, it's not going to help me much. I've got a re-roll to get into what I need. Like, substats on here are awful, and it might not even give me enough to do any better than my eHP build. It's not really viable in my opinion. That said, I do need to look at re-rolling a few things. I have always gone with what I think is best for my tower. I do not limit myself to eHP or that kind of. I mean, I just enjoy playing eHP. That's the thing. But I feel like I can't do that now, which kind of sucks. How was your first tourney after the fleets are now targetable? They're not targetable for me. eHP is screwed. Or eHP is no longer an endgame option. It still works really well before endgame, but it's no longer an endgame option. I played because it was fun to prove people wrong. I basically got my entire reason for sticking around removed. It killed most of the fun for me. I mean, that's kind of one of the reasons why I am still eHP at this point, pushing tier 20. Because I wanted to prove people wrong that you can actually like do eHP late game. But now it's like you can't because of the fleets. I'm gonna do a tier 20 run. Yeah, so Freshbag, you kind of changed about the same time as most people do. I'm gonna do a quick tier 20, see how we do. Yeah, Bud likes to prove us wrong more. Why I'm creating my own game. Oh no, that's a bust of a run. I need to not use my second win straight away. Something wrong with the build. Shouldn't be anything wrong with the build. Oh, okay, that'll help. I mean, it's only half a second, but it will help. Honestly, such a long lab, but it'll be great once it's done. I think I need to slow down the game, isn't it? Then I need to turn off auto pick. But yeah, so eHP, we use Thorns to kill OCs. Thorns can no longer kill any fleet, full stop. Why is this not? I've got extra damage reduction, and I'm losing my wall more now than I was before. Sorry, I just realised I've not ran. Oh no, I just finished a run, didn't I? So what should I be? Should I continue into Defabs or should I go somewhere else to help my build? On my viewer tower. I do love the, I think it's Event Horizon background. No, Black Hole. I think it's Black Hole, isn't it? Actually, I don't even know what the background is anymore. But I need my second wind not to op. I don't think I'm going to get my wall back because there's an OC sat here ready to kill me. My eHP labs, yeah, I'll show them off in a second. In fact, this is probably another written off run anyway. So, I mean, I'm still working on Wall Fort. But, so health is only level 68 because health became redundant at one point. I'm still pushing my assist module substat armor, but I respect out of econ into trying to get a few more keys before this came out. I was thinking of working on this just to help out things not sitting on my wall so much, because it can remove 10 levels of the armor. Defabs and damage, then unlock thorns. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Damage. I'm gonna just keep defabs like double. But I need to cough. Apologies. Yeah. Labs ones are maxed and things, but my eHP, so health regen's maxed, defense percentage is maxed, orb speed's maxed, dabs is only 25, but dabs is not really that important. Maybe it is a little bit more important now to help with the OCs. shockwave size max, or wall health, wall rebuild, wall regen, wall invincibility, garlic thorns, all maxed. Recovery package and stuff is done. Ultimate weapons, we've got Chronofield reduction max, and we've got swamp stun max. That's it max. We're pushing some stun for our stuns. We've got all our econ ones max. Deathwave health maxed, of course. Chronofield range is maxed. Enemy black hole stuff maxed. And then second wind blast max, that's important. All our mastery cards for like health regen, second wind, health, slow aura, second wind. The only thing that we technically haven't finished is our landmine stun mastery, but I've just unlocked enemy balance mastery, so I'm pushing that instead for helping my labs go a bit quicker. And then perks, obviously, mostly done. Flame bots max, bot cooldowns max. I'm working on bot duration. A couple of enemy labs to help out, but not many. Modules pretty much maxed everything that needs maxing, and then working on the really expensive ones. I am on level 7 of battle condition reduction, and that's it for my labs. I just used my second wind, so that's not bad. Why is the subscriber thing back on? But thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that. I think my chat's going a little bit weird. Apologies, folks. I was conceding when I didn't have anything left to finish in eHP, moving to hybrid, but just not having the opportunity hurt so much. I just feel like OC should have set value below wave 1. Yeah, that's the thing. That was my plan as well, study, like, to max out eHP full step, like full stop, nothing left to upgrade in eHP, then move over to damage. That was my plan, because, you know, I'd have no option and I wouldn't want my account just to stagnate. But I feel like I have to go into damage now if I want to progress. Like, pushing more into eHP is going to do nothing for me. Um, 4.81, so we want to go in here once more and go in here. I did Deathwave Armor Stricken just because it was a quick lab and it helped with the gem efficiency bonus. Yeah, I mean, that's another reason to get it done as well. Also, to give an idea, 70 hits is 35 doublings from base T15 damage of 5.3 billion, 35 doubling to completely break my wall and insta-kill me. I thought it's 1.4 times now rather than double. They changed that. And Alexis, how is your farming when you maxed armor strip? Oh, nice. I'm eyeing landmine stun and nuke card masteries next. Nuke mastery is a really nice one to have. It used to make a difference for eHP builds. I feel like it doesn't as much now. It's still quite useful, just not as useful as it used to be. Just finished slow card mastery. That is a nice one to have. I didn't due to study, but I am currently farming 2.5 Q an hour. Tier 18. Yeah, see, I used to be quite high. You're only at 2.5 Q an hour. You need to work on your econ. With me going out of my econ build, on tier 16 I'm at 5.91 Q. I don't think I have any of the... I know, yeah, 20 Q per hour on tier 16. So 35 doublings is 182 Q damage in one hit. Big Q damage, damn. But then yeah, you've got your damage reductions and things, haven't you? If nothing else, the eHP, then focus on economy crowd control. That's the thing, I'm just focusing on economy, but crowd control is going to do nothing against these OCs who just sit here until they're doing enough damage to kill me. Giga does 2k plus in Tawny, just raw HP though, so it's for sure doable to take it much further. So Giga isn't raw eHP. I understand what you're saying, but I watched his stream this morning, and he has Poison Swamp very heavily upgraded, which arguably increases damage. So he doesn't have a lot of damage per se. He's still mainly eHP, but he actually has damage that can kill the OCs. Yeah, his CC is insane as well. Big Q an hour. Yeah, that makes more sense. I was going to say, small Q. I was questioning tier 18 with small Q. I was worried there. So many things I have to ask, but bear with me. I just realized I need to click into this a bit because that's a bit low. There we go. But I'm short on time. Stay safe, guys. Shadow, I'm sorry. It apparently turned out bad for you. You guys there. I mean, it could have been worse, but thank you. I appreciate that. It's doubling every 2 hits effectively. Before it was 50k plus tower and lower than. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, over 200k stones. Thank you for checking in, though. I do appreciate that, Hexen. If you've got more questions, you can just hit me up in the Discord, to be honest, if you're in my Discord. Or just comment, and I'll get back to you. 21's going to be a... But we can unlock Thorns now. There we go. Should I unlock the first level of Thorns so it's at 1%? And then I'm at work, so we'll double check when I get home. That's fair. I'd assume it's big Q on tier 18. I should attempt my tier 18 milestone. I don't recall if I need to do 17 still. Yeah, I mean, I just did my tier 18 just before the update, and I'm happy that I did, because I feel like now with the update, I would not actually be able to achieve with my build, unfortunately. Definitely gonna have to nuke this. See, my build's got stronger since earlier today, and I'm doing worse. Was it earlier today that I did my tier 20? Oh yeah, didn't I? So, yeah, earlier today, I did tier 20, and yesterday I did tier 20. Got 239 there, like, wasn't really an issue. I've used up all my tricks, and basically I need to hope that this comes up with something useful. I've got health regen, which technically is a 2.19 times. Except from an OC is still gonna do, like, it doesn't matter on my regen, it's gonna keep hitting until it can one hit me. What's the highest you got on T20? I got to wave 94. So my highest is 245, and that is since the update. I like how they didn't put tier 22 plus on this screen. Apparently it's not there for people that actually have tier 22 as well. Yeah, what should I do with the last... should I spend these 100 points on my baby tower in the top right? I have to put my head to the left to say top right. So yeah, should I spend 100 or just run another run? I've also got 65 gems sat there as well. Yeah, the thing is, I don't think it was the update that actually increased my wave count on tier 20. Like the last time I'd ran tier 20 was probably a couple of months ago. When I went into econ, I stopped trying to run it. Then I've been doing upgrades since then, and then I've come back to it with a fully like maxed flame bot, but also a quite heavily invested bot. So I actually have more chance to, like, basically my build's just much stronger this time around. So it's just doing a bit better that way. So I don't think the update will have really pushed up your wave count on tier 20 that much, but we'll see. Usually OC kills me. There we go. So that's another tournament done. Should really jump over to damage. And then I will save that, but we'll change our cards back to our farming cards and start our farm. But I want to claim my runner tournaments on the other ones. But not tier 20. Might need to try that this weekend. Yeah, I still need to get the tier 19 milestones, but I did a tier 19 run. When was my last tier 19 run, actually? Yeah, so I did a tier 19 run on the 29th. So that would have been before the update. I don't think the update will really get me any higher than 1,200. But I do need to get the milestone rewards is the only thing, so I do need to do it at some point, but I'm not strong enough. OC kills you in Tarnies, but last night it was bosses that kept killing on you, which is weird. I've not had an issue with bosses for a long time. I guess it's just the way that fleet OCs have been changed. They're not a problem for Glass Cannon anymore. You know, the worst part of using HC assist is that a missed hit is still a hit, so OC still. So even I was thinking that might have been an option, but you're saying that even if it misses, it still increases its damage, so it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't use it, as you can see. I'm using I used to use Harmony Conductor, but I've got a new build, which means that I need Singularity Harness in for increased range on my bot, that I get as much reduction as possible. Yeah, I now have 5 towers, but the 5th tower is completely controlled by yourselves, the viewers. So it is a case of I will not do anything on this tower unless someone says something for me to. So at the moment, it's just currently sat on this upgrade screen because I've asked multiple times now, should I get my thorns to 1% or do another run or what? So it's just going to sit there until someone tells me what to do with it. That's the top one on the right. I went to point right. That way. I can barely fit my finger in the corner of my screen. That angle. But yeah, so yes, I know. Arguably, I mean, I'm trying out my own build basically. I've got something that works for me, so that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, 220 this time. I don't think I'm going to get much further than 220 because we've got the 2 OCs sat here. NPH. Once I get Thermo Black Hole without G-Comp, I'll do. Yeah, so. That's the thing. The only way that it's viable. Went into the wrong thing again. Apologies. So. The reason I've got these and like Multiverse Nexus in here is because I use multiverse. There we go, 225. But yeah, so I was going to show you in run, but I think I can still show you outside of run. I don't know if it'll show the right values. Yeah, it does. Okay. So because I've got Golden Tower turned off, it brings it down to 31.29 seconds with Multiverse Nexus, and then my duration's 38, so it's perma. And then, of course, that also helps with bringing my Death Wave to perma because it's 32 seconds cooldown. It goes down to 31.29, so it's not much less, really. But, you know, half a second is useful, I guess. I am tempted to start investing in Death Wave, but I think I'll just continue working on my econ for now. Because Death Wave kind of falls under econ, just there's other upgrades I can make for now. I still need to keep working on my golden combo. Thorns at all more health, then do another run. So Thorns, and do another run. Keep with the changes. And then the rest. And the rest into health. I don't know if I can afford to put anything else into health. Oh no, yeah, I can. There we go. Health's gone up. So I do Black Hole Perm due to perks. I think that's fine. Yeah, so when I've got perks things, I will obviously like I farm with perks. I farm with Multiverse Nexus in first to bring Golden Tower permanent. I just accidentally turned that off. Right, so yeah, I'll start the run on this tower and then we'll come through. Alright, so what should I invest in actually? I'm assuming you want me to invest in Thorns, but what should I invest in during the run? When the rush came out with like 6k gems and recently maxed bought, so all I have to left is regen. So yeah, my fort is coming along and I'm on the last level of wall thorns now. So I'm almost finished with maxing out my wall, but I feel like wall fortification might be a bad thing to have now with the fucking OCs. But oh well. Yeah, so I think until the dust settles, all my stones are just going to be going into econ. The next upgrade I'm getting is the level 9 of Golden Combo, which I should be able to get after this tournament, unless weird things happen. Last GT Plus is 4,150 stones. Lovely. Really hard for me to save up for that. Yeah, that's not going to be an easy one to save up for. Right, so I mean, if things stay the way that they are, I'm getting 8 keys, which is very surprising. I would have thought this person would have got higher. They've unlocked tier 21, 130. But then they died at 150, which doesn't make sense. I feel like they've paused the run and they're just waiting. 21. See, I'm currently doing better than people that are on tier 21, which is weird. There's so many people on tier 21. Why have they not overtook me? Are they really struggling because of the changes? Has anyone got... Oh, wait, Dark 22. I know Dark 22. Has anyone found that... Like, surely the people in tier 21 are all glass cannon. Is the glass cannon people struggling? Death Wave 50 seconds worse at 4,500. 50 seconds of Death Wave isn't that expensive, is it? Trying to save up for that will be a doozy. Doing 100 seconds. Or is it? Oh, is it 4,500 to go from 100 down to 50? I just did mine like a click at a time. I'm actually surprised. It's just the fact that there's so many people. Like, they've got 5th before. They're currently worse than me. I mean, if I finish 8th, I really can't complain. So, an 8 would put me to 10. I'm still tempted to go after automatic, but if I do get 10, up to 10, that means I can get close to start going down the bot respec. I think I am going to focus on getting bot respec. I think that's my main thing. Since Unity is somehow worse. That's fair. It's just trying out, see what works for you at the end of the day, isn't it? I don't know how I'm not dying on my viewer tower. I don't understand. I feel like I just got a really soft bracket. They're on tier 24 already. What? All of them are already on tier 24. See, this one's got tier 20... Oop, not this one. This one, tier 21, 200 waves, but they've managed to pull 2,000. Have they not updated? But they must have had to update. Unless they just not tried to run milestones for a while. Tier 22. Yeah, so that's the thing, right? I could get my damage cap slider. So I still need to go back. Not this far. Get auto nuke and smart nuke. Smart nuke, I feel like it's not that useful, but auto nuke would be good for farming runs at a later date. No, there's a workshop plus one separate, as far as I'm aware. Then obviously there's the gem one to get. Arguably, you should really make it so workshop discounts are free. Respecs, sorry, are free. There's arguably daily mission shards is useful. Then you have auto shatter rare modules, save some time. It's a nice quality of life upgrade. The workshop orb adjuster, that is a nice one to get. And then you have bot cooldown sliders, so you know, could be useful. Don't know really. Feel like that's pointless, but if you're wanting to sync things up, I guess. Then obviously we've got the power tree after that, which gives extra bot range, which is important. And then you've got dabs, more health regen, health. I don't really need this defense percentage, but I guess I'll need it to. Well, I suppose you could go over to the econ side to unlock, because as long as you've unlocked up here, isn't it? And then you can go up. And unlock tier 2. Then get more range. Then there's extra thorns, which will be great to have. But these are going to take years to get. Recovery amount, that's recovery package. Free attack upgrade, free defense. Yes, I would love to have these. These are all damage in the center, aren't they? Yeah. And then even more bot range. And that one's not so important. Would Super Tower Mastery be the best one? If you're wanting to go to damage, I feel like Super Tower does the most, but it's not necessarily the best. Right, so where should we spend these 165 coins? I think Demon Mode is technically a really good one to get because you get uptime. The problem with Super Tower is you need to max it out for it to have the 100% uptime from it, but then you also need to complete the lab to get the most effect out of it, so it's like double layered. Balance and rest into health regen. Up your thorns to 11%. Then alter dabs. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with my main tower. In workshop, just dabs. Okay. Farming. Yeah, baby tower is like this viewer tower. I forget how slow the game is at the beginning. I mean, it's what gets you hooked, right? But it doesn't feel slow at the time when you first play your tower. But looking back, just feels like it's not an idle game whatsoever, really. Read that. Oh, I forgot I got demoted. Feeling tired. 8. Should I just go into a farming run? Because I don't think, even if I tried out anything else, I don't feel like I'm going to do anywhere near 1,500. Like 1,500 would be a miracle. I mean, I'm surprised I got 1,100 with Fast Ultimate on, to be fair. Like, really can't complain at that. Yeah, I think I'll just start setting up for my farming run on my main. So, not that one. Where's the swamp? Why can't this game just give me black hole digester? Hate being stuck at mythic. Yeah, I honestly feel like the RNG on modules needs fixing. Full stop. Am I? No, not quite. Oh, that's a point. No, that's Pulsar Harvester. I'll go back to these. Bro. Needs to be in main. Music just stopped itself again. Thorns. Not quite at 11. Gonna put dabs just so I don't die. I was confused by the buzzing with my wife messaging. There we go. Just been messaging to the wife, and then health. Yeah. So make sure I change this back over. My black hole digester. Yeah, there's only one thing left to get there. It wasn't so bad when it was 2.5 for only 16. Yeah, that's the thing. They basically felt like it was like the half the chance of getting what you want. I know it's only 16 to 24, but I feel like they started with 12, but I could be wrong. Maybe it was 16 from the get-go. But it's that's the thing. The likelihood of getting what you want is so much lower now. It's not even funny. Right. So I was thinking I need to either get Golden Tower bonus. I'm gonna do some re-rolls because I've got over 1 million now. Is it just the one band that I've got? Yeah, I need to push that. Yeah, for me. Right. So Golden Tower bonus or Spotlight Angle. Yeah, they're the two that I want. So let's burn through these and then get back to... Ooh, I took some damage because I wasn't paying attention. Need to push my defense abs whilst I'm paying attention. I'm probably going to spend all 1 million and get nothing on my Multiverse Nexus. I mean, I've already spent 250,000. Yeah, from 4 to 6. Yeah, 50% less likely to get what you want. Can't claim the tournament things just yet. That means... It means oops, because I could have been getting more regen than I realized. 500,000 gone. More regen, more coins per hour. I really should have probably got more bands. There's more than that from there. Wow, yeah, so 1 million reroll shards and didn't get what I want. See, that means I really should continue focusing on core, but I don't have a free lab spot. So, you know what? I was putting Chain Thunder because I was thinking I might push into Chain Lightning plus a little bit, but then they basically made it so that's not really going to do much for me right now. So I will push more core effect plans for now. 1,600, yeah. I sent you a message in Discord with a Google Sheet that has all my tower pictures. Awesome. I thank you for reminding me. I do need to do some tower reviews. I'll have a look at that after this stream. Well, I say that I'm going to get some sleep after this stream. I am completely sleep deprived right now. I stayed up until like 3 a.m. yesterday morning, or this morning even, to try and join Zephyr's stream, Zephyr's bracket for the tournament. But unfortunately, things did not go to plan, and I need to increase my tabs. I just realised. I need more space on my screen. My screen is running out of space. Can I get my members up as well? It's annoying me because it's not letting me get my members up properly. There we go. So then turn on browser. Would be the correct browser. Yeah, there we go. But basically, I'm browser for a moment. So quickly, I just want to say a quick thank you to all my members. Really appreciate your support. Hexen Priest is now at the top because he is at shadow level, so he gets a special shout out. So thank you all, really appreciate it. Now, other thing that I really haven't mentioned yet, which I want to quickly mention, is the only reason I can have 5 towers is because UG phones support my channel. So they give me 5 towers for free. They don't give me the towers, they give me the virtual phones for free. So just want to say thank you for that. But also, if you do want to look to have a virtual device and you want one that's decent but doesn't cost so much money, UG phone is a great choice. My link should be in the description. Sometimes it vanishes by its own accord, which is hilarious. But anyway, so yeah, I'll have a look at that, Michael, after the stream, or after I wake up after the stream. And then rerolls are so slow, sadly. I get only like 120k for 10k waves. Yeah, so I don't even look at how many rerolls I get, honestly. Should. I think I get like 500,000 like gap between tournaments. Rerolls, I mean, they just reworked them, so this is probably going to be low. Where's rerolls again? They're further down the page, aren't they? Are they further down here? I thought they were, but maybe they weren't. Starting to doubt. Oh yeah, reroll shards and 51k from 7,000 waves. Okay, Sunny, that's fine. Appreciate it. And then this one will be the more rerolls, won't it? Yeah, 2,000 rerolls in 200 waves. That's obviously a huge bonus on that. We've got to wave 30, so that's a new milestone unlocked. And we're still going, we're not dead yet. I need to record a few videos anyway. I haven't got one recorded for uploading in 4 hours. Oh well, I might miss my normal video upload today. I'm assuming I'm a first right now. Like, my glass cannon tournament is... I mean, I think I've just got to the point where it's activated 8 times damage, so... Still going to take a while to end up. I mean, you never know. I could just suddenly die. But yeah, definitely going back up into platinum on glass cannon. Hey Synapse, how you doing? What else have we got to do? I turned off my poison swamp, right? Yeah. And then I need my cards are correct, my modules are correct. Did I turn off Shockwave? I did not. I don't like it when it does that. Did it definitely turn off? And then we want to put Summon back in. Not that a base Summon really does much. And then we can get Shelly to increase there. And then... Are we going to get to 40? The viewer tower is starting to pick up some traction, and then I did try to do a tier 17 dissonance run, but unfortunately didn't pick up enough traction. I technically need to do another tier 16 one, but for like 166 waves, sorry, 156 waves, it kind of just feels a bit painful. I need to go back through and do all my damage ones, and then go over and do ultimate weapon ones, and then try and do the health ones after. But it's just so much time investment. I'm going to click into these two, and then I need to upgrade my regen again. It's basically where all my coins are going right now. I'm pushing wall, health, and health regen to try and do a bit better. But we'll just have to see how it goes. How's it 99.3% when it's only been hit by thorns? Magic damage. Right, it's died, so let's have a quick look. Still 99.3%. Where's the extra damage coming from? Did the bosses just not have 100% health? Oh yeah, just quickly, this is what I look at, and it's why I keep forgetting about the viewer tower. So this is what I have set up. So if I've got like my other towers that I'm focusing on, my viewer tower gets hidden. But I've made it all pretty for you folks. Hopes and prayers, yeah. I'll take that. If I'm doing damage through hopes and prayers, that's all I need. So currently 8th, but may get knocked down the 9th, 10th. I'm surprised I got 8th, honestly. I mean, you just look at this. Tier 21. Tier 21. Tier 20, but they're like about the same wave count as me. Tier 21. Tier 20, a little bit less than me. Dark's 20, definitely weaker than me. And then I think that's it for tier 21. Yeah, after that, it's a bit more normal. There we go. I love it, but I'm not going to leave. Oh, they gave a heartbreak. Great. Labs are now unlocked, and coins are unlocked. What should we lab first? What? Oh, I just realised it's put my. Oh, I see why it's put my mouse there. Yeah, what should we unlock first on our viewer tower? This is where someone's just going to say unlock cash per wave. Game speed. Okay, thank you, Taco. Hey, how are you doing, Taco, as well? Right, so game speed. Thank you. We're going to put that on there. Should I spend any coins elsewhere, or just do another run and save our coins up a little bit? Oh, we can now get off free 15 as well. We're building up. Oh no, we're 3 off getting the next lab slot. I really should get into a farming run. Oh shit, turn this back on. Imagine doing a farming run with Golden Tower turned off. Mission and lab slot. Convenient that I had a mission done there. Then lab slot. So what should be our second lab slot there? There we go. So glass cannon is currently higher. Glass cannon needs to do its tier 15 run, sorry. but it's not going to do it until I record my video later today or tomorrow. That didn't collect. Go back to our farming presets. Max get thorns to 11 in workshop. So you don't think I should do anything in this lab slot at all? You think I should go into my workshop and do a couple of clicks on thorns damage? Slabs. I'm turning it on as automatic because, you know, that's the sensible thing to do. We'll wait until this completes, see how long's left. And then we can only get one click in there. So just continuing on the last advice that I got. So get this up to 11 and then defense apps after. Oh no. Okay, it's there at least, but I need to remember to change that. But yeah, I'm actually, this is why this is a great community. So I started this as an interesting, like, experiment almost with the, I just moved the wrong thing, but you can't see that I moved the wrong. I just want that to be, not letting me put it exactly where I want it. Sorry. It's bugging me that I had a bit of dead space. I'm going to bring this back once it stops moving. I'm going to just make it a bit bigger. There we go. Even easier to see. I know chat's going to keep going over the top of it, but hey. So, yeah. There's something that I was going to say and my brain's died. Again, probably lack of sleep. Yeah, no, so my plan is, since, as I said, I don't really have time constraints for this stream, we'll probably keep going with the viewer tower until it can run the tournament, since it's tournament day. And then it can do its tournament. I guess I should change it to a tale of 5 towers as well. Hey Sadi, welcome back. Yeah, I think we will just continue to push. When do I unlock tournament, actually? I feel like we'll get there soon anyway. Especially once we get a little bit extra game speed, that'll help out. The first one we unlock increases by like 33%. Hey Eagle6, how you doing? Yeah, like, it is surprising to me. Like, I thought starting a viewer tower, people might suggest really stupid things, but y'all are actually giving solid advice for, like, starting a tower, which is awesome. It's one of the reasons I love this community. I mean, on the first stream there was like a bit more curiosity, as it were. Like, people were asking me to try different things, like they were saying health and attack speed, and like doing damage, attack speed, health regen, and damage. Like they were given really odd combos, which was nice to see. But then it's like when you're really right at the beginning, it's just seeing what's viable when you don't have defense and defense absolute unlocked. Sorry, just yawning. So, I'm still really torn on my main tower. So, you want me to go to 21 on my thorns? I don't know if I'll be able to get to 21 on thorns. I might die before I get that, but I'll try. Yeah, so I'm going to get 325, which will be enough to upgrade my golden tower. Should not turn it off. Jesus Christ. Just trying to hold it down to bring this up. So, my golden tower plus, just realised it's this bit. So, yeah, I'll be able to get to this to level 9 tomorrow. Or I can start looking at increasing damage, because that's probably what I'm going to need to move into. Don't want to, but I just feel like I don't have a choice now. But I still have more regen that I can pull off, to be fair. Maybe just be a bit more patient and just keep pushing. Nice milestones. So, how's your milestones going? How did your tourney go? I'm honestly bewildered the fact that I'm currently 8th. I thought I was going to do so much worse. Yeah, yeah, so if I want to go into some more econ, basically golden combo level 9 is my next best thing. And then 2 more seconds in golden tower duration. Whereas if I wanted to go into damage, allegedly the best stone upgrades for me would be my assist module bonus core. Why would my core be the best upgrade for damage? That's weird. Ultimate weapon damage increase. Okay, yeah. I was like, it's talking about increasing that, because that's only 1 rather than 20. So hang on. So it would be that, and then chain lightning upgrades. It'd be chain lightning damage, chance, chain lightning quantity, and yeah, that would be where I'd max out. And that would take my damage up to 1 small less, apparently. My damage is not at small less right now. It got my current damage, estimated damage per second, right? That's how the effective path sheet works. I'm going to click into my dabs a little bit, because I did see that took a bit of damage. Yeah, I was just looking at effective path sheet for damage. But as I said, I don't feel like I want to go into chain lightning damage. I would rather look to go Death Wave, because it is a wall, so arguably a wall is best. Because a kill wall is still a wall, so that's defense. Easy bracket in champs. First place 1,600. Nice, well done. Do you have the newer version? They updated some stuff recently with how chain lightning is calculated, so it's probably lower now. I do have chain lightning plus, but it's not enough to deal with OCs. OCs are the new eHP problem. If you get an OC in, you're basically guaranteed your run's going to end if you don't have a second wind or a nuke ready. I'll double check and maybe on the old version. Oh yeah, I'm on 5.06. Should be on 5.07. I probably could have survived a bit longer there. I was just checking a few things. Apologies. Oh, the viewer towers game speed can go up. But I can't afford 2.5k, so I won't be able to get that for a little while. Should I put something else in the first lab slot or leave that blank for now? Obviously, leaving it blank is not optimal. Make a copy. Just sorting out my effective path sheet. Yeah, I mean, I don't like copying other HP people, to be fair. I like making my own path. It's why I've got my new build, which I think is what actually helped me get 1,100 waves. I wasn't expecting that. Right, it's all loading, but it's on the correct ID. They made the ID page look really weird. But yeah, so I don't know. I need something damage wise. I feel like maxing the damage multiplier for Death Wave and getting it as close to perma would help. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like going into damage through Death Wave might be an option. Definitely might look at doing the labs for now anyway. Yeah, dabs in early game is massive. Yeah, should I put something in lab slot 1 on my viewer tower? And then should I move over onto doing other things or not? Like, what should I do with it? Health lab, solid choice. Then should we do a click into Thorn's damage before our run, or should we just get into run and save up a few more coins? Right, so this is now fixed. I know, do not trust it blindly. Need to wait for it to pull everything through again. And then yeah, there is so many things getting removed nowadays. It's a bit of a joke, not gonna lie. I do have just mentioning sites disappearing and that it's not technically not a site. I have a new thing that I'm going to be showing on my AI tower. I've got a new AI tool to help. I mean, England's been getting ridiculous. I don't know about America. It wouldn't surprise me if America's getting more censorship. Need to drop. I'm going to suddenly get a little taller. Is that the lowest it'll go? My chair started sinking, I think. Bugging me. sorting out my armrest. Yes, this armrest won't go any higher, but it's still too low. It's just dropped down as well. Yeah, there's something wrong with that armrest. Oh well. Run it back. I'm just going to run another. We're going for 11. The biggest thing to why I am tempted to continue pushing my eHP rather than going into Death Wave as much as it is tempting is I am close to unlocking tier 21 being full eHP. And I know it's going to be a very long haul, but I am now focusing on pushing my bot bonus. But we already know how it'll play out since the UK has done it already. Everything leads to dictatorships. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I generally try and stay away from politics on my streams, but honestly, I am surprised Trump is still in. I do feel like it's a dictatorship at this point. Oh, okay. It's giving me different recommendations for what to upgrade on my damage tab now. But it is saying NA on the effective damage. It's saying my best option lab-wise is distance echo attack. I mean, I understand the censorships, don't get me wrong. But we won't go any further into that. I was about to say about how I don't agree. I feel like, yeah, basically, I won't get into it, but I have strong opinions on the whole censorship thing. Like, there's certain sites that should be censored, that's completely fine. It's other things which are just a bit silly. I mean, the UK is now banning phones in schools. The kids aren't allowed to use their phone in school. Damn. Then that's ridiculous. Oh, come on, effective path sheets. Downside of updating it, it's struggling to pull the information through. Has it pulled my econ page through yet? No, it's still just saying coin per kill bonus level 1. I've already maxed that. Right, so I need to be vigilant. Oh no, I managed to be lucky there actually. I still have my second wind. Oh, hang on, how have I been lucky? I must have missed something here. How did I deal? Did I just get all saboteurs? I don't even know how my main tower is, like, not got any enemy fleets to deal with. That's good, because that means I don't need to worry about it. Yeah, I do think I'm going to be stubborn. Gonna make it so my I mean, I'm still gonna put my stones into econ. But other than my stones going to econ, I'm going to continue to push my eHP because I do think I could potentially still benefit from it. I mean, I'm almost up to 60% coverage or uptime on my bot. So if I can push its bonus up, that'll give me extra. The flame bot idea from Mashed was a good idea. So maybe if I end up having extra stones, that might be an option. But for now, it's not an option. That's the thing. I still got so much that I can do on my econ, right? Yes, I'm perma on everything, but if my effective path sheet would load, so I still have. I still have 6 levels of golden combo to go anyway. I don't know why I tried to say sorry, I'm yawning again whilst I was yawning. That was. Oh, thank you. Sorry, you did tell me to, but then the run ended. Yeah, that'll help out. 33% faster. I'm not even at endgame econ, but those that are always seem to have labs always get plus to spend coin on. BTG won't leave people building currencies. Exactly, that's the thing. Like, I feel like that's where I kind of messed up a little bit recently. So I'm still gonna push to try and do like the best I can to unlock the bot presets. I think I'm gonna keep in like flame bot and bot for now until I can do presets and use golden bot. But it is a case of trying to make sure I don't die on my viewer tower. Like, I could get more econ right now if I respec back out, but then I wouldn't be getting as many keys. So it's like, do I get keys or do I get more econ? And I feel like keys is more important right now because then I can get the econ after I get enough keys, and then I've unlocked something that in key wise that I don't need to unlock ever again. So in a way, it makes sense to me. I am pushing my build better anyway. There is that. Oh, my dabs went up. D17, 1,599. Nice. Hey, if you can get extra stones, you can get extra stones. Like, that is something that I'm tempted to have a look at as well. Like, stones. If I could get to 2,000, I could get easy an extra 60 stones. I mean, obviously, I've got the atomic skin to get, I've got the atomic thing to get, but like, I'm not getting 4,500 anytime soon on this. If I can get these extra 5 waves, I can get an extra 70 stones here. But I've not been able to get the extra 5 waves, unfortunately. I mean, I got a click in defense abs, so I might be okay, but I don't think I'm going to survive much longer. I am spamming clicking on defense abs, waiting. No, it just didn't happen. Abs could not go another time. I have enough for it now, but it's going to use up all my coins. What should I do? Because technically I shouldn't just put it back in. I should wait for advice. Put Defense Absolute Lab back in, or maybe spend some coins in my workshop. I don't remember seeing that advice. Does it disappear after... Yeah, so after the first time you checked, it disappears. Okay. And whilst I'm waiting for a little bit of advice, how far do I need to get? Tournament 60 waves. So I can get to 60 waves. We can do our tournament on our viewer tower. So we'll continue streaming for that at least. Yeah, the worst part about the recent update isn't just the complete neutering of eHP, but the fact I've considered uninstalling right after being told I'm getting a creator code. Yeah, I mean, I'm not someone that likes to complain about eHP builds. I've actively spoke when people were like complaining about problems with eHP, like things that had happened. I was like, you know what? It's not great, but it's still viable. We can still use eHP. I've been thinking there's this that can still work for eHP. You can do it. Like, congrats on getting a creator code as well for Doomage. Like, I mean, we've been emailed to say that we're successful, and they said they would follow up, but there's not been a follow up yet. It's been a couple of weeks, hasn't it? Which is a bit concerning, but I'm sure they're just busy because they just did an update and everything anyway. But yeah, it is difficult. Like, when the way you enjoy the game is basically capped, like you can't progress anymore properly, it's a bit annoying. But as I said, there's still a few things that I can get. So like, I'm still currently pushing my wall fortification, my wall thorns, my bot, enemy balances for econ, and then core effect bands. So that this technically still things that can be done. It's not really core effects, but there's still stuff to push. So regen in lab, run it back just to keep thorns at 11 full dabs. So health regen. Keep thorns at I mean, all I can really ask for from Tech Tree Games is that they listen to the eHP community. I know it seems like we're whingy lately, But this time, it's not really a whinge. Like, Tech Games has made endgame inaccessible for eHP players. Because no matter what we do, no matter how strong you make an eHP build, that OC is going to sit there until it kills you, full stop. It may take a few extra waves to kill you, but it will kill you because you have no way of killing that fleet. And that shouldn't be a thing. I've already given Hexen his reward for Flipstar winning, because Flipstar gave his win to Hexen, so I can't give anyone any extras this month, unfortunately. Especially with not getting any extra income from YouTube because I didn't get enough people backing memberships. I do appreciate when people do memberships, but it's not necessary. Just if I want to do more giveaways, it's helpful. Oh, also, I had an idea, right? So because I have my 3D printer, I was thinking I can print off merch. Like, just small things for my YouTube channel, so that, like, I can ship that. And yeah, shipping to America is going to be expensive, but I still think it's a valid thing to try out. Hey, you never know. Our community, people will be generous. I would be generous if I could, but at the moment, like, my mortgage just renewed, well, is about to renew and everything, so, like, every little helps. I feel like we should be able to get the tournament unlocked today on the viewer tower. We might be streaming for a while, but we will get there. See, that Saboteur died, so I must have something that I can kill. To be fair, I feel like Saboteurs have a higher attack rate, so that's why they can still die. It really does bug me, though, the way that fleets work now. RGIR, it's a pretty big deal, and honestly made me think quite how crappy the US can be. Some places are still worse. I don't even think what RGIR stands for, so no, didn't. I'm not sure you can ask the game to change to make certain playstyles viable. Sure, we have to adapt to beat the game. See, I'm not asking them to change to make certain playstyles viable. What I'm asking them is to not do what they've just done and invalidated a playstyle. Like, Buds makes an advert saying how he loves how people find new ways to break his game, and like people have multiple different ways to play. Like, there's no one set path. Why do you keep pushing for everyone to go damage then? For one. But also, it's just a case of he says he likes the variety of the way that people play, and then we can't have eHP in endgame anymore. It's not viable. You have to go heavy into CC as well, or now you have to really do damage to kill fleets properly. Like, I saw Giga in chat this morning saying about doing Poison Swamp plus, so he's going into Poison Swamp damage to deal with them. It's not just the CC, he is looking at doing damage to fleets from it. I mean, in the end, I am going to go hybrid. I haven't got a problem with that. I just thought I would be able to max out eHP and still progress, and then go into doing damage. I thought I would have that option of being max eHP before I change. Now I feel like my progress is going to stay stagnant whilst I upgrade eHP, which is not how it should feel. So I understand damage. Like, there's nothing wrong with having damage. It's not how I wanted to play my tower just yet. I wanted my tower to continue into getting more and more tanky to the point where it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, I wanted to have 98% defense in tournaments, and that actually means something. Now, getting up the 98% in the defense in my tournament runs is going to make no difference to my run length whatsoever. Beforehand, it meant that I would be able to manage the fleets. I would be able to get past commanders still. Now it's just no chance. Full stop. So I would have, like, I have no problem with having damage. Just I didn't want to do it so early. Like, one of the main appeals, or I say main appeals, to me, one of the main things about my main tower series is that it isn't the straightforward build that everyone else does. It is a unique end game build because I'm going full on eHP. I've just gone into a different style that people don't usually use for the modules, and now it just feels like I have to start moving into just damage like everyone else. And that's not how it should feel, in my opinion. I was adding to my tower whatever is needed to go further. If that's a shockwave there, second wind mastery as a glass cannon tower, then I will add it. I mean, that's the thing. I'm completely fine with people who want to progress the tower however they want. That's fine. But I just feel like I'm not explaining it as well as I could do, so apologies about that. But I do feel like that I should be able to do the upgrades that I want to do and not feel like I've been pinned into a corner. A bit confused by the way that that's. Curtain is pulling itself along the side of my chest of drawers, which makes no sense. I think that's the thing that's the most bothersome in a way. And I mean, I don't mean it. Like, I am not having to go at the developers hall. Developers for this game are some of the best developers that I've experienced, and I've been playing games for like 20 years, and I'm also in the game industry as a game dev. Like, I've got a degree in games design. I have worked in some games companies, so I do have that experience in the industry. And honestly, Tech Tree Games are a pretty decent company, especially with the way that they interact with their fan base. The problem I have, and I think Study really hit that on the head, is all stats matter is what they're aiming for. They wanted to make sure that everyone has the ability to play how they want and do better, like, against fleets. Like, fleets still be a bit of a challenge, but they wanted it so that you didn't have to go, this is how you deal with it. But they've shut down a complete way to deal with it. Like, and I don't even understand why they did it, right? I know it sounds bad, but what was the problem with Thorns killing fleets? Because Glass Cannon weren't deliberately pushing the Thorns so that they could deal with fleets. That's not the case. That's what doesn't make sense. I just feel like yeah, I was thinking the thorns is getting a bit painful. I'll listen to your advice and put a bit more thorns in there. Although I do feel like the fact that there's so many enemies there is kind of giving me a buffer, because then I know, yeah, thorns will hit that, so that's not so bad. You didn't really say how much more thorns, but I'll pump into thorns. Should also give bigger advice like other viewers do once your viewer tower gets stronger. Yeah, of course. I mean, I will literally just try and play this on streams. I want to kind of do a video series about it, but I just don't know how to figure it out properly. It's something that I've got. I mean, today's almost over now, but I've got a couple of days off, so I might see what I can figure out there. I went into Defense Absolute there because they were about to have higher damage than my Absolute. I'm probably going to die now anyway. I mean, it feels like a low bar. Then I feel like how Tech2 Games handles things now is supposed to be bare minimum. I understand that everything's a balancing act. So one thing you've got to consider as well, right? So I get what you're saying about a low bar and everything. In the industry, you have companies that literally do not listen to the fan base. They create a game, they keep working on making the game how they envision, do not listen to the fan base whatsoever, do the opposite of what the fan base are asking. And that is most AAA titles, to be honest, do that. And then you get indie devs where it's a case of they have their own vision of how they want it. They're going to just do what they want. Again, don't listen to the fan base. Then you have people that go the other way. They could listen to all of their fan base and try and get everything to work. And that just feature bloats the games and ruins the games. And there's a fine line you've got to try and balance. I'm really... This account's struggling. I don't know if I'm going to be able to unlock. Okay, so they're both going now anyway. Should I... Oh no, Dabs is still too expensive. Right. Oh. I don't know if the viewer... It's like already been 2.5 hours and we still need another 15, 14 waves to unlock Tournament. I don't know if we're going to unlock it. I kind of want to, but I feel like it's going to be a very long stream. I mean, yeah, there is a big size difference as well. I feel like Tech Tree do listen, to be fair, but some of the community right now is being a bit toxic towards Tech Tree, which makes them less likely to want to listen, to be honest. Wave 106, that only took 30 goes. Well done, though. So yeah, I mean, I understand the communication that can be improved, but the biggest thing is Tech Tree Games is still willing to listen, which means they can improve. Ah, but you unlocked it. That's all that matters. So yeah, anyway. This tower's sat doing nothing. What should I do? Should I pull another card, see if I can get a better card in here? Should I upgrade my thorn damage here? Should I just do another run? What should I do? Come on, I need advice on my viewer tower. All of the above. So, buy a card. In lab research, we've got cash bonus, cash wave, coins per kill, coins per wave. Workshop. Yeah. So cash bonus is still not unlocked. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I've been happy with everything recently. Like Dissonance, I think it's completely fair what they did. Like, yeah, mistakes were made, but they fixed it. They even decided to be nicer than they intended to be with it, so I wouldn't complain there. But this last update is a huge L for me, unfortunately. Yes, people. Now, what should I do with the rest of my coins? Did I click any levels into these? And my music stopped itself again. Yes, continue watching. Extra cash is going to help me out, though. Unlock coins bonuses. Okay. I've got 64 left. Should I use any of it? Coin per wave. Yes. Now we're getting some great advice. Right, so we'll get into the run. I'm just going with what I've been advised, just because I want to try and get this done. I don't want to be sat around waiting for advice too much, but I feel like the advice in between runs is important. I will take a moment whenever we're in between runs, but I think in run I'm gonna go off previous advice unless someone says to like click on cash bonus or coins per wave bonus or whatever. If people tell me to do things in run, I will still do it, but I'll generally stick to the advice that I've been receiving previously. So coin per wave still. And cash per wave. First five waves and then ons and dab. Okay. Solid. Important to stretch. I wonder. Someone pointed out a mistake I made. So I'm just curious if they have done anything off the back of me fixing it, or whether just being a kind guy. Oh my god! How did I die so quickly? I looked away for a moment. Right, anything I should do with this 140? Just leaned on my desk and it folded forwards a little. The hydraulics aren't strong enough. Oh, they had a look, but they didn't buy anything. Oh, okay. Come on, folks. Any advice for the viewer tower? Or should I just jump into another run? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Buy the packs. That would really help, but I can't. I've been given the advice. I'll do it. Okay. Out of curiosity. Nope. I wanted to have a look at. Nope. Nope. Okay, content. I was trying to look to see if I could pull up previous purchases, but I can't. One more coin per wave. And Gail also said cash per wave. Apologies. Don't know. Yeah, I can get cash per wave in there. So this is just run out, but I don't think there's anything that I can really. We'll do another run quickly, and we'll do the same as Vice as last time. So cash and coin per wave from the get-go for the first 5 waves. Yeah, there being no protector ultimate definitely helped. Just looking at this, I am gonna put a little bit in here just that I am not likely to die whilst I'm doing these upgrades. I feel like my build's not strong enough to just focus on this for the first 5 waves. I feel like I would have died. There we go. So now we get to 11% thorns and then push up. There we go. Waiting for a click. Probably wasn't picked up by the mic. Brilliant. Does it actually give me anything useful though? Some gem. Not enough bits to do anything with. Oh, there we go. I looked out. Get the tournament mission back. How many coins per wave am I getting? There we go. We should do really well now that we've got the 11% up there. Definitely not dying wave 11 this time. I don't know what happened last time. Defense goes up by 0.5% per click. It does take quite a while until that actually is useful, especially tier 1. I know it's. I mean, I leveled them up a little bit still, technically, but like they all have defense maxed, so I can tell you. I say all. Just cannon doesn't. It's already maxed in this run, though. Maybe it did have it maxed because, you know, straightforward enough. When you do your next run, let me know how well putting fleets last in priority does for you. I actually got personal best of 200 waves on my T15 post update. Oh, that's a good point. I might try and do my tier 20 run again. Actually, hang on. Did I not? Yeah, I already did one and got less waves on my tier 20. Yeah, so I'd already done the priority. We'll see how we do on our actual farming run. The thing is, though, my farming run on my main tower is going to be going for like the next 5 hours, but I'll let you know. That's the thing. I might need to look at getting more card slots to go hybrid. That's the point. Thank you for reminding me. My effective path sheet still hasn't loaded everything. Oh, there we go. I just refreshed. Yeah, so golden combo is still the best option. Stone options haven't changed. Yeah, labs look pretty much the same. How is it saying my damage is now? Because my damage should be correct. Ooh, Wolf. I'll get a higher wave rate. Like, well, yeah. Should get a higher wave count now anyway, because I just got an extra 20% wall health. Nope, it seems to have completely broke my damage sheet. Did not find value of 69, 70% cost maxed in X lookup. So it can't find something having been maxed in my damage. What max is at 70% and costs 219 stones to max? I think I know what it is actually. Yeah, so it's saying it can't find my armor module being maxed. Well, we're at wave 30. And we're like double the defense absolute of their damage, so we're looking good. Right, I just need to go put my phone on charge. I'll be back in a moment. Still not liking my damage calculations because I can't find that. I have returned. That's gonna be. There we go. Looks like the damage is starting to catch up to the defense absolute, but still getting to upgrade it, so can't complain. Got 700 coins this time though, so much like better progress. There's somehow my all I literally did to upgrade the effective path sheet is go from 5.06 to 5.07, and it broke. Oh no, I've refreshed. It seems to have worked now. Still saying that I do. In fact, yeah, I think it's saying I'm doing more now. 14 septillion damage is apparently my effective damage. Yeah, the fact that my death wave like maxed out during intro sprint on the tournament was amazing. Like such a quick like tournament run compared to usual. Like usually my tournaments take forever, and it was just like speed run. Speaking of which, how are we doing? Oh, we've been knocked down to 9th. I knew someone was going to take over me, but I didn't. Pineapples isn't. I don't know. I just feel like it's not Bang that's overtook me, but maybe it's Bang. Yeah, it is Bang actually. That's frustrating that Bang took over me. Maybe I'm going to get knocked down a few times. Still 300 stones and 6 keys is acceptable. Yeah, intro sprint works. My health max out in intro sprint. It's amazing. Wait, I managed to get further than you, Mash. Usually, mind. I was gonna say usually you do better than me, but I have gone back into my Flame bot. See, now I'm trying to think, is there anything I can do to... And they might still be running, they might get a bit further than that. Just they're only 9 waves higher than me. Hey Arkinson, I'm doing well, how are you doing? We're just trying to get my viewer tower to unlock the tournament so it can run its tournament. We've got 10 waves left to go to unlock it, but I think we're not going to make that. But we will have plenty of coins to spend. 90 waves, so I mean 90 waves is pretty decent. I'll accept that. Pick without cash, but yeah, that's the biggest trade-off. Yeah, got 5 towers going now. I should really update it, but this tower is a... Yeah, there we go. Oh, I managed to not die to the boss, but then I died. There we go. But we now have another 15 gems. So come on, folks, what should we upgrade? First off, what should we put back in our labs? Should we go back into Defense Absolute? Should we go into some utility? Yeah, the new update is a bit of a... mess things up. The viewer tower is literally... it follows your folks' advice, full stop. I never knew research took you out of there. That's interesting to know. So literally... I will not make my own decisions on this tower. It's down to you guys to make your decisions for this tower. Yeah, so my tournament actually did much better than I thought it would. I managed 1,147 waves, but someone has overtook me by 9 waves. So I'm like thinking, is there a way I can get an extra 9 waves? But I don't think there's anything I can do to get that, unfortunately. Come on, folks. I need advice. I want to try and push this the next couple of waves. How's your tournament going, XL Daily as well? Coins per kill. Okay, start researching coins per kill. And then should we buy another card, see if we can get dabs, because dabs will really help us out? Or should we save our gems? What we're doing with the gems? Really need to sort of posture up. Okay, so buy a card. RNG does not like us. Range will do nothing for us whatsoever. We've only got 85 coins left. What should we do with them? Coins per kill will end soon as well. But yes, so what should we do with the coins? Or should we just save them and do an extra run, see how we do? We're done cash per wave. Awesome. Oh no, we're 1 coin up. Oh, hang on. Yes. I'm taking the advice of before, buying cards. Does not help. So back into next run using the advice that I was given before. Push this a little. There we go. Now we'll focus on this until 5. Expecting 19th place maximum again. Oof. Only went good, hoping to the camper doesn't run, and maybe only then I may promote to Legends, but still a decent jump given the fast boss ultimate. Yeah, the ultimates are not nice. I am surprised how well I did, considering we have fast ultimate, basic ultimate, and boss ultimate, and Thorns ultimate on my main tower. Like, on Legend, sorry. Like, I did not expect that to end well, but I managed to get much further than I expected. I haven't, not yet. Right, rather than scrolling through everything, use logic. Thorn's battle condition costs 140 Q for the first level. Normal battle condition reduction is cheaper, but currently I'm not getting that much per hour to be able to get that done. But we are working on our econ, so we'll see how it goes. So my original plan was doing eHP to max and then hybrid, of course, because you're not just going to sit stagnant and not upgrade, right? But because of the changes in 28.3, I feel like there's not so much choice. Because like the OC fleet is a big problem. What probably makes me double, well, one thing that makes me double what you get on tier 20 is getting that first perk choice, because obviously that first perk, once you unlock that, gives you your build such a jump. It basically doubles your ability to progress, and that's what got me there further. In fact, that's probably why I got 245 the other time, 230 this time. The time that I got 235, I got 55% damage reduction on enemies, which really helped. You only got 94, so I'm still like much higher than that, because I get to 190 beforehand, before it happens. I mean, maybe it's you have second wind mastery, health regen mastery, health mastery, low aura mastery. I'm trying to think of all the masteries that help. Anything else mastery wise? I mean, there's a lot of masteries that help, and I've got most of them. Have a quick look. Area of effect helps, because that means I inflict damage reduction sooner on everything. Nuke mastery, wave accelerator mastery, landmine stun helps, but it's not really. Plasma cannon mastery, that's a really good one. I was hoping that they were going to add fleets onto this. That would have been nice, but unfortunately not. Extra defense mastery, Also, that yeah, defense percentage. You have defense percentage, not PCM. Because PCM really helps with like elites, from my experience. Or another thing that I just thought of, right, which is probably so my defense percentage at the beginning of the run is 96.58, I think, or 56. That's a big like damage reduction. Probably what's helping me so much. And also my generic thorns, I don't know if is 131%. So that might also help out a little bit because it's so high. I don't know if yours is that high. What I'm thinking as well, folks, is I'm probably going to end this stream after this run on the viewer tower, but I will come back after I have something to eat and stream again, but just stream the viewer tower trying to get to the tournament. How's that sound, folks? You like that idea? Coming back to stream for the viewer tower. Your thumbs is 124. It's a 6% difference. That basically means that I'm just thinking your Thorns is probably a little bit stronger than mine still, but the fact that my defense percentage is basically giving me, I think, 88 to 96, probably another 75% damage reduction off the top of my head. I can't math properly, so apologies if that's wrong. That's saying it's 91% damage reduction. That's not right. Second wind 660. I'm assuming. First thing, I've been streaming for 3 hours. Yeah. Once this runs over, I'll ask for advice on upgrading, but then I will end the stream, come back later, and we can try and get to running a tournament before the the tournament ends. That one might take a while though, because if people don't come back into the stream, I will not be able to actually use people's advice. I'll use the advice that you guys have given me now, to be fair, but I won't be able to spend outside of run. I'll just be able to do run following the same advice that I was given. Also had a funny idea. I say a funny idea. Be a stressful idea for me potentially. Yeah, because bosses come out constantly, so you kind of get screwed over with that. But yeah, your health should be going up quite well with the interest rate. Thorns or dabs will be best. I mean, I am just pumping into dabs because that was the last advice that I got. I'll go with some thorns as well now. Also, exit back for now. Another thing that might be a thing is my values on my defense enhancements. So my health's at 225, my regen's 248. That could also be taken into account to why I'm doing so well compared to used to mage. Your wave skip plus is better than mine. Oh my god. I have no idea what's going on then. Apologies. Just eat good. Eat good scrub. I think it's mostly down to the funds percent. Oh. I don't know what was the accent, sorry. I did a weird accent and then I kind of went, fuck it, roll with it. But yeah, I think it is mostly down to defense percentage. I think that does really shine. Because if you think about it, especially with the way OCs are now, ignoring as much of the damage as possible will make a massive difference. Because with tier 20, you get in so many OCs that you've got no choice but to tank the damage. Unless you obviously go into damage. But I think my main tower, once I've maxed econ, it's not even funny how expensive that's going to be. I think I am going to look to move into kill wall because I just like the idea of it. But 23,000 stones. That's saying there to. That starts pushing into spotlight angle and everything though. And that's only level 38 on my generator as well. Jesus Christ. This module. This is cutting it close. I'm literally just keeping above the... No! I've just fallen below. I was like, I'm keeping above the damage they're dealing, just. Come on, please. I've got 5 waves left to go to unlock tournament. But I don't. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make it. 710 might be a limit. Not bad though. 710. Come on, come on, come on. No! I got another click, but I think this may be the end. Come on, you've got it, viewer tower. If I could send nuke, I would send nuke. No, it's gonna die. It's just taking too big a hits. Like, it's taking chunks. Yeah. 2 waves off. Ouch, to say the least. Should we keep these in or maybe swap them out for something else? Whilst I'm away. Like, I'll probably stream again in about another hour to try and get this done. I want to see if I can get this into tourney before the end of the tournaments. Could I change into something else, folks, for my labs whilst I'm away? Swap health for cash. Cash bonus. Why not lab dabs? So I didn't have enough for dabs before. Now I do. That's why I'm hovering over it. The cash bonus, is that what you're saying, Taco? So health for cash wave workshop, and we'll have it. We will. But Taco was in first. The cash bonus, that's going in. I have no choice. Advice. And then Berto said dabs, so I'm changing points per kill to dabs because there were the 2 suggestions. 20th with 712. 20th at 712. That is a horrible bracket. And then cash per wave workshop. There you go, cash per wave workshop. Anything else we should spend coins in or save the rest of our coins? Save the rest for more dabs. Why not just clicking dabs now? I'm just vibing to the music whilst I'm waiting for a decision. Unfortunately, I don't have time to do another run. Like, the runs on this baby tower take so long, so I am gonna go eat. I'll come back on live in probably about an hour or so. That's what the cash is for. Both, you are right. But yeah, so I'm just quickly going to check. So any more advice you want to give, do it now. I'm going to check to see if I can send you folks over to someone else before, like, whilst I'm away, because I'll be gone for about an hour or so whilst I sort out my dinner, and I'll speak to my wife as well because she's made it to a destination. Spartan's upcoming. I don't know. It doesn't say at what time. I can send you all over to Spartan. You might be waiting. For the lab, I meant. Okay, save the rest for the lab. Perfect. So scheduled 6:30 p.m. Yeah, he won't be streaming until I'll probably be back to do this last little bit. Is there any other? I'll have a look, see if there's any other ones. Oh, there we go. I don't know why it didn't come up. So yeah, I'll send everyone over to Fujin. Let's go. that's set up. So we're going to end the stream here, and then we'll send you all over to Fujin. Show him some support for them. Sorry. Again, we'll be back in about an hour to smash the viewer tower into tournament. Thank you all for watching. Really appreciated the support. We will sort this out now. So, ciao for now. See you over at Fujin's. I'll say hello to Fujin just before I leave.